The pressure is boiling over at Stamford Bridge, and the fans are officially taking a stand. The Chelsea Supporters Trust has fired off a scathing open letter calling out an erosion of trust in the ownership group BlueCo. They are demanding real answers about the club's direction, and a massive protest is already locked in for this Saturday's showdown against Manchester United.
Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
But the off-field chaos is only half the story, because the tactical disaster on the pitch is impossible to ignore. We are breaking down exactly why Chelsea cannot stop conceding goals despite their high-stakes ambitions. From a crumbling communication line to an overly aggressive pressing system, we look at the defensive failures that are leaving the Blues completely exposed. Time is running out for Liam Rosenior and his squad as they watch their Champions League hopes slip through their fingers. With just one win in their last 7 league games, they are trailing Liverpool by 4 points, and the manager admits the margins for error are effectively gone. It is a must-win situation that could define the legacy of this entire turbulent season. There is a glimmer of hope on the injury front as Liam Rosenior prepares his squad for the Manchester United clash. We are tracking the return of Levi Colwill to the under-21 side, the status of Trevoh Chalobah, and the official return of Enzo Fernandez after his suspension. Who will be fit to fight for those final points? Stay tuned, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss a beat. Ever feel like the club you love is becoming a stranger? For Chelsea fans, that question isn't just frustration, it's an official crisis. The Chelsea Supporters Trust has just dropped a bombshell open letter, declaring a total erosion of trust in the ownership group, BlueCo. This isn't just about the scoreboard, it's about the soul of the club. Let's look at the numbers because they are staggering. We're talking about a record-breaking £262.4 million loss, with over $1.5 billion spent on transfers since 2022. Yet, despite the mountain of cash, the team is struggling, and management is in constant flux. Fans are essentially watching a high-stakes experiment where they are the ones paying the price of admission. The Trust put it perfectly. The owners are demanding blind faith while offering zero clarity. When the fans say they want to recognize the club they have always supported, they are talking about identity, not just trophies. It's why you'll see protests outside Stamford Bridge this Saturday, with Chelsea fans joining forces with Strasbourg supporters who are fighting the exact same multi-club ownership battle. It's clear that the long-term plan feels more like a long-term headache for the people who actually keep the club alive. We want to know what you think. Is this the new reality of modern football, or is BlueCo fundamentally breaking the Chelsea spirit? Drop a comment below and let's get into the debate. If you value this kind of deep dive into the stories that matter, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. At the end of the day, a club without its community is just a business, and football is supposed to be more than that. Ever feel like watching Chelsea defend is like watching a horror movie where you already know the protagonist is going to make the wrong choice? It's been a wild ride under Liam Rosenior, starting with so much promise, but suddenly, the wheels have started to come off in a big way. We aren't talking about a bad bounce here or there. We're talking about a defensive collapse that's turning their Premier League and Champions League campaigns into a bit of a nightmare. So, why exactly is the net bulging at the wrong end for the Blues? Is it just a lack of communication, or are they playing a tactical game that's simply writing checks their legs can't cash? Today, we're peeling back the layers on this defensive disaster. We're diving into the overly ambitious pressing system that's leaving them totally exposed, and why these repeated errors are becoming a permanent fixture of their identity. If you want to understand the tactical breakdown behind this downward spiral, stick around, because it's not as simple as just bad defending. Before we get into the nitty-gritty, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a tactical breakdown. At the end of the day, you can have all the star power in the world, but if your structure is fundamentally broken, the scoreboard will always tell the truth. Let's break it down. Is time finally running out for Chelsea? With just one win in their last 7 Premier League games, the atmosphere at Stamford Bridge is becoming less like a fortress and more like a pressure cooker. Manager Liam Rosenior isn't pulling any punches. admitting that the window to snatch a Champions League spot is slamming shut. It is a reality check that feels both brutal and necessary for a team currently trailing Liverpool by 4 points with only 6 games left on the clock. The recent 3-0 demolition by Manchester City wasn't just a loss, it was an embarrassment. When you consider that Chelsea haven't even found the back of the net in the league for over 6 weeks, you start to see the scale of the crisis. Rosenior believes it comes down to a snowball effect, small lapses in concentration turning into systemic failures. He is demanding an aggressive, front-foot performance against Manchester United this Saturday. But can his squad actually deliver when the stakes are at their highest? It is not just the players feeling the heat, either. A fan protest is brewing, highlighting a deep-seated disconnect between the supporters and the BlueCo ownership. From questionable recruitment to a lack of long-term vision, the frustration is palpable, and a failure to secure European football would mark a new low in this ownership era. But in the midst of this gloom, there is a flicker of optimism. Levi Colwill is back on the grass, inching toward a return from his ACL injury. While he won't be rushing back, his eventual presence could be the spark this dressing room desperately needs. The mission for Chelsea is simple: turn the ship around now or face a long, uncomfortable summer of introspection. What do you think? Can Chelsea salvage anything from this wreckage, or has the damage already been done? Drop your predictions in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button for more football analysis. And let's see if Saturday provides a turning point or just another chapter in a season to forget. Big games bring big questions, and as Chelsea gears up for a high-stakes clash against Manchester United, the injury report is dominating the conversation. Manager Liam Rosenior has been busy juggling his squad, but there is finally some light at the end of the tunnel for Levi Colwill. After a grueling battle with a serious knee injury that has sidelined him all campaign, Colwill is set to lace up for the under-21s this Friday. It's a vital step, but don't expect him back in the Premier League lineup just yet. Rosenior is taking the cautious approach, insisting that once you've faced such a long-term setback, you can't rush the return. The goal is total match fitness, not just a quick fix. Looking at the rest of the squad, the news is a mixed bag. Trevoh Chalobah is knocking on the door for the United match after a productive training session, though he's still on a modified program. Reece James, however, is a different story, needing a bit more time to get back to his best. Perhaps the most intriguing talking point is the return of Enzo Fernandez. After serving his 2-game club suspension, he is officially back in the mix and firing on all cylinders in training. Rosenior, keeping his cards close to his chest as any smart manager would, refused to tip his hand on the starting Roman 11, simply calling it business as usual. So, will this injection of returning faces be the catalyst Chelsea needs to overcome United? Drop a comment below and let us know your score predictions for the weekend. And if you want to keep your finger on the pulse of everything happening at the Bridge, make sure to hit that follow button for the latest updates. After all, in a season like this, the difference between a crisis and a turning point is often just one result away.